Yo guys, what is going on? I hope you're all having a great day today. I know I am because I just watched a pretty funny argument go down on Twitter and I thought what better thing to do than to share it with all of you guys, because there's nothing that's more enjoyable to me than to sit down and watch grown men argue on the internet. So let's take a look at what happened here. It all started off with this post right here about Metroid Prime 4. My intuition about Metroid Prime 4 was completely correct. Open world ruins another game it doesn't belong in. You would have to be totally mindless to defend this. No, I haven't played it and didn't need to know it would be shit. It's called discernment. Not everyone has it. So, very scathing criticism of the new Metroid game. He says he has no, plans to play this game, but he still thinks it's shit because of the open world. I personally don't think the game is pure shit, but, I mean, he's entitled to his opinion. You don't always have to play a game to know that you aren't going to like it. Death Stranding is a perfect example for me. There is way too much fucking walking in that game, and I know I would not enjoy it, so I'm not going to play it, and I think the gameplay looks shit. People are allowed to think a game is shit without playing it if they see a ton of gameplay online or something and it just looks fucking boring to them. That's why I don't like Death Stranding. I saw a playthrough of it and it looks fucking boring. This take from, what's his name again? Let's check. Revenant. So, this take here by Revenant was a little bit too much for a Nintendo fanboy by the name of Forever Sandiorian to handle, because Forever Sandiorian decided to reply to this tweet with this. Just say you're broke, it's easier, with a picture of 2 physical copies for Switch 2 games, one of Assassin's Creed Shadows and one of the new Metroid. This is simply some top tier fanboy logic on display here. Oh, what's that? You have a criticism about the new Metroid game and you're not buying it because of said criticism? Well, obviously you're just poor and couldn't afford it anyway. All 3,000 IQ points were definitely at full capacity when this tweet was made. Also, feel free to call me a hashtag brokie, but I find these people who do these really cringy posts online of these money spreads and flexing their wealth and all that type of shit, I just find it so cringy. First of all, most of you people don't even show enough money to actually impress anybody anyway. And second of all, it reeks of insecurity. Congratulations, bro, you showed $140 worth of assets. Way to blow everyone out of the water. But obviously, as soon as Forever Sandiorian made his post basically coping and doing his flexing of his wealth here, a ton of people roasted him, and luckily he engaged in some back and forth, which definitely makes for some good content. Gundam Nate here replies with, "Congrats, you did the meme," showing a meme of a guy eating shit and then belittling these 2 guys for not being able to afford it, insinuating that the 2 games that he showed and is bragging about buying are shit games. Now, this meme was pretty funny and a pretty fitting example, especially with Assassin's Creed Shadows there. But Forever Sandiorian replies, "These are memes poor people make to cope." So as you've probably already discovered, this is clearly the only insult that Forever Sandiorian has, is to just call everyone he disagrees with poor. I mean, what else can you really expect from a guy who decides to flex $140 worth of assets on his fucking Twitter? Now, Rumslug replies, "Wow, this guy has at least 120 bucks. Amazing." And Forever Sandiorian decides to do one of these really stupid money spreads. You can see 2 100s at least here and a couple 50s, and he makes sure to get some of his expensive electronic devices in his picture, but even then, man, you're not showing off significant money. Don't get me wrong, this stuff is worth a nice bit, but at the same time, you're not showing off a car or a home or something like that. I don't know why this couple $1,000s worth of gaming devices and money makes you feel like you're Mayweather. Now, Rumslug replies again to Forever Sandiorian saying, "I'm supposed to be impressed by less than $10,000? Forever Sandiorian replies, "You said $120 first." This shit's chess. It ain't checkers, with like the stupid meme down below. Rumslug then replies again saying, you sent the poverty spread, not me. The fact that he calls it the fucking poverty spread is hilarious. And by the way, Rumslug is completely ratioing Forever Sandiorian on all these posts. Turns out your couple $1,000 really isn't enough to win people over on Twitter and in the court of public opinion. Forever Sandiorian replies one final time saying cope. You know, after getting totally roasted and ratioed on his tweets, he tells other people to cope. The self-awareness here is not very high, I must say. Krotmeister replies to Forever Sandiorian's original reply with his 2 games in the picture saying, why you're playing AC on the worst console for it? Are you poor? Which is a good point because this Forever Sandiorian guy, he's quick to call everyone else poor, but if he's so rich, why does he not have like some super high-end gaming PC to play AC Shadows on? It turns out Mr. Money Mayweather over here doesn't have as much money as he likes to make other people believe. Forever Sandiorian replies to Krautmeister's question, or Krotmeister, or however you say this guy's name, saying no, but this old monitor on your profile looks really poor. Once again, this just reeks of insecurity. You didn't answer his question of why you weren't playing on a gaming PC if you had all this supposed money, and then you went to his profile to look to see if he had a picture of like an old monitor or something to screenshot as a gotcha. Forever Sandiorian then replies to his own comment saying, and why are you mad? He then replies to his own comment again saying, but still, why are you so angry? And then replies to his own comment one final time, I'm always playing games. At this point, this dude needs a schizophrenia diagnosis, man, because he's having a full-on conversation with himself. This shit ain't healthy, bro. Freaky Frank 7 replies to his picture of his 2 games saying, bruh, owning Assassin's Creed Shadows is never a flex, and I gotta agree with Freaky Frank 7 here. I never thought I'd be agreeing with a motherfucker called Freaky Frank 7, but here we are. Forever Sandiorian replies with the clip of the sports guy saying, I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. You guys probably all know that meme. But the truth is, dude, if you didn't care what people thought, you wouldn't have tried to flex your money, and you wouldn't have even made the stupid post in the first place, showing off your games. And we have one final interaction to go over here, and this one just screams peak Twitter. Carbon Fryan replies with, gay. Forever Sandiorian replies, you need Rogaine, poking fun out his hairline, and Carbon Fryan replies, easy to say while you're hiding behind a fake picture. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. If you didn't like this video, you can leave a dislike, and yeah, I really don't have much else to say, man. I thought this interaction was super funny, and I wanted to document it. Alright guys, peace.